The following is a recording that was presented on WLBK on January 20th, 1954, when George Biggar interviewed Grandpa Pigott on his 89th birthday.
Happy birthday, Grandpa Pigott.
Thank you, George.
Well, folks, we're out here 3.5 miles north of DeKalb on the First Street Road in the home of Mr. and Mrs. Sam Pigott, and it's in this home that John Pigott, better known as Grandpa Pigott, lives, and has lived here for a great many years, as we'll bring out during this recorded interview. Well, Grandpa, you'll be how old Wednesday, January 20th?
89 young.
89 years young?
Yeah.
You're right. You are about as young a man as I've ever known all my life. Let me see now. You figure back, that you must have been born just about the last year of the Civil War. That'd be 1865.
65.
Were you born in the United States?
Yes, I was born a cold day in January.
In the United States or where?
About 30 miles from Dublin, Ireland.
Oh, you were born over in Ireland.
Sure thing. Sure.
You're an Irishman, huh?
Yeah, you bet.
Well,
Yes,
how
sir.
Biggar.
Yes, sir.
Well, Grandpa,
I got the papers to show I'm an Irishman.
oh, that's all fine. Regular pedigree, eh?
Pedigree, yeah, what's that?
Well, Grandpa, what can you remember best about your barefoot days there in Ireland?
Well, I was quite a hand to box. Always was a boxer ever since I went to school. I used to practice boxing quite a little.
Oh, I see.
Done a little bit of this, couldn't even know, not for prize fighting, but just for sociable fights. Yeah.
Well, did you live on a farm back there in
I
Ireland?
was raised on a farm.
I see.
On a dairy farm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I milked cows for a good many years before I come to this country.
Did you grow any potatoes there?
Yeah, you bet. Some Irish potatoes, good ones too.
That's a great potato country,
Yes,
isn't it?
sir.
Well, now, how old were you when you came to the United States first?
Oh, I was about 19, I guess.
About 19, uh-huh. And how did you happen to come over here?
Well, I had a sister out here, and she was homesick. And she sent me a first-class ticket to come out to stay with her, to make her company.
Well, where did she live?
She lived out by Clare. Her name was Jones.
Oh, Claire, right here in DeKalb.
Richard Jones was her husband's name.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And what did you do when you got out here?
I worked for him for 9 years, and then I went farming for myself.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, now, you told me that you went back to Ireland to get married. Is that right?
Well, yes, I did. I went back first to see my mother when I was here 5 years, and then 5 years later I went back and got married. I had a schoolmate of myself, my own.
What was her maiden name?
Bessie Brown.
I see.
She's nothing to Bob Brown, though, I don't think.
No.
No.
Well, and how long did Mrs. Pigott live?
She passed away 4 years ago in February.
Oh, you had a long and happy married life together.
Very good, very good, very wonderful woman.
Well, that's fine.
There's 5 boys and 2 girls.
Uh-huh, 5 boys and 2 girls. Well, now, Grandpa, where did you live when you first were married in this county?
Where that is?
Yes.
Just east of Clare.
East of Clare?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Out on the old, what they call the Old State Road.
I see.
Near the town hall of Mayfield.
Uh-huh. And then later on you moved...
Later on I moved south to Clare.
Yeah.
I worked the farm out there on shares for Mr. Ashford. I stayed there 4 years, and then I moved over by Sycamore. And I was 17 years on that farm, the W.H. Rogers farm, by the 5 Pines.
Oh, right near the 5 Points.
The 5 Pines.
Well, then when did you move to this place?
I moved to this place about 32 years ago.
32 years ago you moved here. Well, that's a good while ago.
Yeah.
Now, this is...
I bought this farm then in 32 years ago.
32 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, then, in moving here, you were just about halfway between Sycamore and DeKalb.
Same distance. When I had a horse and buggy, I used to back out the fields, and whichever way the fields headed, I went to that town.
Well, now...
when I hook up.
I see. Well, Grandpa, this house, you told me, used to be an old tavern, a kind of a halfway station between DeKalb and Sycamore.
Yes, that's what they told me. The history tells us that it was an old tavern. They tried to have Sycamore, Colton, the man that owned this property, tried to have Sycamore here, but he got defeated. They had Lincoln and Douglas out here, and they had a debate on it.
Lincoln and Douglas debate was out in here?
Yeah, they slept here one night.
Is that so? Well, that certainly is interesting.
Yeah, history says so.
Uh-huh.
And I guess there must be in the room that I sleep in, because that was the best room in the house, and it's the best room yet.
I suppose you dream about them having that debate once in a while. Arguing, huh? Well, now, Well, now, Grandpa Pigott, I want to ask you 2 or 3 questions here. For one thing, you told me that this location, where we are now, where you live with your son and daughter-in-law, Mr. and Mrs. Sam Pigott, was right near a place called Electric Park. It was quite a landmark around here.
Just about a mile north of me here.
It's Electric Park.
East of me, east.
East.
Yeah. Quite a sporting place here a few years ago. We used to have races and ball games and horse races and all kinds of amusement. Wonderful place.
What happened to that?
Thousands of people here.
What happened to it?
Well, it got burned down. Just got burned down. A man by the name of Murphy and his wife run it for years.
I see. There's been lots of traffic by here.
A lot of traffic.
In those days. Now that we mentioned Sam and his wife, and how many children does Sam have?
He got 4 boys.
Sam has 4 boys.
Yeah.
Now how about George's family?
George has got 2 boys out in college. 2 to home is 4 boys and 2 girls.
4 boys and 2 girls. Well, now tell me about your other children and grandchildren.
Oh, I got 17 of them. I can't place them all. They're scattered around. I got 17 of them all together.
Well, now
The youngest is in Aurora. John's girl. She's an adopted girl.
I see.
She's about 5 years old, 5 or 6.
That's your son John lives in Aurora.
Aurora, yes.
And what does he and what kind
In
of
the
work?
real estate.
Real estate. Farm management too, something?
Yes. He manages farms for different firms in Chicago and different places.
Yeah.
He was the only boy was in the army.
You have any other children right around DeKalb here?
I got Robert. He lives between here and DeKalb.
And how many children does he have?
He's got let me see, he's got 3 children. Two girls and a boy. 2 boys and a girl. 2 boys and a girl.
Well, and then, of course, over by Sycamore.
I got Tom. He has no family. He just moved to town, sold his farm north of town, now lives in Sycamore. He has got no family. He's the oldest boy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's the oldest boy.
Now, how about the girl?
Oh, the girls, one lives at the Electric Park. Her husband works in the post office.
What's her name?
Warner. Ida Warner.
Ida Warner.
Her husband works in the post office a number of years. And then I got a daughter, Belle.
Is that a Sycamore?
The Sycamore, yes. She works in the post office, Sycamore. I got a daughter, Belle, lives out east of Sycamore. She married a farmer named Walter Larson.
Well, I kind of grew up with Walter out in South Dakota.
Oh, you did, eh?
Brooklyn, South Dakota.
Well,
you don't need to plead that you don't know that.
I was out in South Dakota once to see him after his first boy was born.
Now, they have 2 boys.
Yeah, I have 2 boys, yeah.
They're both married now.
Both married.
And then the other daughters or sons who have missed them all.
No, 2 daughters, and then
4 sons, 2 daughters, and
5 sons.
5 sons and 17 grandchildren.
17 grandchildren.
Well, that's a family to be really proud of. Now, as you look back on your life, Grandpa Pigott, would you have lived your life any differently if you had the chance?
No, sir, I wouldn't. I had a wonderful wife, and we lived pleasant and nice all these years. I got a fall a number of years ago. I quit driving a car. I'd like to drive a car a little longer, but my back gave out. But other for that, I'm fine still.
Well, you're about as lively a grandpa, 89 years old, as I've ever met. You bet. And it's a lot of fun visiting you. I look forward every Saturday morning to come out here and getting eggs and have a little chat with you, Grandpa.
Thank you, George. Some morning I'll sing an Irish song for you. Yeah.
Say, I'm going to wait to hear that Irish song. We'll bring the tape recorder out and have you do it on there. Well, John Pigott, your 89th birthday, Wednesday, January 20th, and you've lived a wonderful life, and everybody knows you and loves you for what you've been and what you've done, and for your very cheerful and wholesome outlook on life. At the age of 89, there must be a great deal of satisfaction looking back on all those happy years, tempered, of course, by the trials and sorrows that made your joys seem all the nicer. On behalf of my own family and the WLBK staff, and I know I speak for all of our WLBK listeners in saying happy birthday to Grandpa Pigott.
Thank you, George. Thank you, George, very much.